This video, I'm going to talk to you about how I think about innovation in a services business. So over the last few years, I've built a group of companies which I'm now exiting from. Many of them were doing over $1 million in revenue a year. And the principal reason I would suggest that has led to the business being valued at 20 million or so is that we innovated as a services business constantly. And innovation is not something that you do in the future once you've reached a certain scale or maturity as a business. Innovation is something that you do constantly. You never stop. And what I've experienced and why we've been so successful as a group is that we've innovated primarily not at a product level, not at a services level, but actually at a sales level. So if I look back at, the last sort of 3 years or so, and I look at how we've grown exponentially, like what led to that. So there was obviously not one reason or a silver bullet that kind of led to our exponential growth, because we literally doubled revenue every year for 3 years, and then we exited. So the reason why we exponentially grew is because we innovated at a sales level. So what do I mean by that? So at a sales level, we constantly changed our value propositions. So it was all about, how could we charge more, get a higher margin, looking at the market, looking at the data. Data was a great indicator of or a sort of a precursor to what we needed to do. So for instance, we recognized that the cost of generating a lead was actually doubling every 6 months. So if your customers or our customers' budgets were not doubling also within every 6 months, eventually there's going to be a crunch, right? So the customers aren't going to be able to generate leads or efficiently, which makes our job as their partner so much harder. So what we did was we looked at, well, what if we dropped media altogether? What would the proposition be? And so we innovated and we created something called the Lightning Strike Direct. So we had the Lightning Strike, which was all media heavy, blah, blah, blah. And then we dropped the media and we just went direct. And we asked ourselves, well, what would the impact be on our business? And then also, what would the impact be or the consequence be on our customers' business? And what we discovered was we could make a higher net profit margin and our customers could actually pay less. So they were still getting the same result, but for less money. And if you can create the same value for less cost, you're going to not only win customers, but you're going to retain customers. So at one point, just before the exit, 63% of our customers were actually repeat customers, which is a great indicator of a services business that is innovating to fit how the market is moving. And I think that's just a really important point. Markets move so much faster now than they ever have before. And so as a team and as a business owner yourself, as an entrepreneur, you need to engage with your team and keep interrogating what you think works, because eventually markets will move. And if you don't innovate to keep up with the gap in the market or the new space or the new paradigm or the new competitor in the market, eventually someone's going to come and eat your lunch. So I cannot tell you how many times we innovated at a sales level. I mean, it's insane. We came up with probably 24 different products, all services, all different price points, doing different things. We had go-to-market suite. It was just insane. And within go-to-market suite, we had like a dozen offers. So sales innovation as a services business is easy. If you try and do sales innovation as a tech business, it takes time to build technology. And not only does it take time, it takes money, because even once you develop the innovation itself, you still need the working capital to grow the market, right? Or to grow your customers and sell them the new innovation that you've just come up with. So innovation is not just within the services space. It really needs to happen in the context of growth. And the primary business of growth is sales. So think about how can your business change, innovate, do things more efficiently, higher growth, greater margin? Because if you're going to exit a business, which I'm an exitpreneur, I build and sell businesses, or I acquire a business and then sell them, and it's all about growth and the story attached to that. And if you can get your story right and you can have the numbers that back up that growth, you can flip the business, you can sell it for a lot of money. So hopefully this has been helpful to you guys. So think about it, sales innovation. This is Matt signing out, and I'll see you again soon. Don't forget, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you about how your businesses are innovating. Ciao.